that's too close for comfort, Dick.
You're telling me. We'll have to get the papers out of here. See if you can find an axe.
Good evening, Mr. Zarnoff. Right this way. We're all set up to copy now. This is the chemist, and this is the draftsman.
Let me see just how this works.
Certainly. We use only these small negative transparencies and project them onto the skins, which of course are numbered. Turn off the light. That gives us a projection up to full scale. And then Howard, our draftsman, traces these lines on the skins with a special ink made largely of zirconium tetrachromate.
That's enough. But those lines are clearly visible. Any customs inspector could find them.
They are now, but come with me and I'll show you what we do next. This is the regular fumigating tank for treating furs and was already a part of the building. That last pelt should be finished. Tom, get it out, will you? Careful. An exhaust fan has only been running for 10 minutes. It's dichloride of cenolin, very poisonous. Not a trace of a single mark, as you see. When your foreign agents receive our shipment of furs, they have only to hold them over a vat, producing hydrofluoric acid, and all the lines come out a deep red. A perfect set of prints is the result.
Very good. When will the first shipment be ready?
By tomorrow night.
You'd better be here to see they get on the ship. Little fur pelts, worth perhaps $100. But when they get to the three powers, they'll be worth thousands to us.
This goes to Washington along with the others.
I'll bet Zarnoff's gnashing his teeth over this.
Yeah. Scott, deliver this to Colonel Williams in command of Harbor Defense. See that he gets it personally. Better take Murchison with you.
Right.
Foster, take Bruce with you and deliver these to Commander Collins at the Navy Intelligence Office. He'll be expecting you.
Yes, sir. Look, airplane design.
Government specifications, experimental job. They're building it at the Lockwood plant. We better deliver these ourselves.
I'm very happy to meet you, Mr. Tracy.
How do you do, Mr. Collins? And this is my assistant, Mr. Lockwood.
I'm glad to know you too, sir.
How do you do, Mr. Collins?
Won't you gentlemen sit down?
Thank you.
Now, gentlemen, what can I do for you?
Here's a set of blueprints stolen from your plant some weeks ago. They were on that new pursuit plane you were building for the government.
But no plans have been stolen from us.
Well, perhaps there's been some mistake. Would you mind taking a look at them?
Certainly not. I can't understand this. Just a minute. Mr. Stevens, meet me in the blueprint room right away. Mr. Stevens is our chief engineer. Will you gentlemen come with me? Hold it. We don't want to be disturbed.
What's up?
This is Mr. Stevens, our chief engineer. Mr. Tracy and Mr. Lockwood of the FBI.
How do you do?
Mr. Lockwood?
Is it possible there could be two sets of blueprints for that XP-141?
Absolutely not. Our set was delivered to us by Colonel Barker in person. He said it was the only one. The drawings were destroyed, and the tracings in the vaults at the War Department in Washington.
That's what I thought. But here's a duplicate set.
That's bad. Where did these come from?
They were recovered along with other stolen documents from Zarnov.
Zarnov, the international spy?
That's right. And the fact that they were recovered here led us to believe they were stolen from your plant.
That couldn't be.
We keep the plans for our commercial planes out here, but our government jobs are all locked in the safe. And only Stevens and I know the combination.
Let me check them. They're identical.
But our set has never been out of our possession.
Still, they've been duplicated.
I can't see how. Each morning, I personally take out only those sections which are in active work. The rest remain locked in the safe.
What happens next?
Martin, my chief clerk, fastens the different sheets to boards like this and distributes them to various departments.
I see. Then no one gets a look at them in their entirety.
Mr. Collins and I are the only ones.
And at night?
Martin collects the boards, brings them here, turns the sheets over to me, and I lock them in the safe.
So you see, no one can duplicate the entire set.
Then the only other man who handles all of them, a few at a time, is your man Martin. Could I have an identification photo on him?
Certainly. We keep full data on all our employees.
But Martin is above suspicion, Mr. Tracy. He's been with me for 5 years. And besides, how could he duplicate these blueprints in the few minutes required to collect or deliver the different boards?
That remains to be seen. Tell me, are you working on any new developments for the government?
We're building a new bomber. It went into work only yesterday.
I want to send 3 of my men over here who are experienced in this line. Put them to work in strategic positions to check on Martin's every move.
Right.
Well, it's quitting time.
How's it going?
Everything seems to be moving nicely. Just 3 boards today.
That's right. Let's have B6.
E14. J26.
Right. That's the crop. We're right on schedule. No work tonight.
That's fine. I think I'll beat it now.
Go ahead.
This completes today's reports up till 4 o'clock.
Thanks, Gwen. Frankly, I'm puzzled. Your man Martin seems above suspicion.
Sure, he's all right.
And still, he's the only logical one. His every move was watched. At 5:20, Scott here took over and trailed him. He made only one stop at a jeweler's shop and then went directly home. Left the house the next morning at 7 and went directly to the factory, stopping only to pick up his watch at the jeweler's shop. All perfectly normal. He picked the watch up the next morning, but what gets me is he went through the same routine again the next night. Maybe the watch needed more than just oiling. Or maybe... Look, it's 5 o'clock now. If Martin goes through the same routine, he'll be passing that jewelry shop in 12 minutes. If he turns in there again tonight, we'll know that's it.
That's what?
Come on, Steve, you've just time to make it.
May just need a drop of oil. If so, it'll be ready for you in the morning.
Fine.
Something for you, gentlemen?
Yes, I'd like to see that watch you just put in there.
Why, that watch has just been left for repairs. It's not for sale. However, I can show you some...
I want to see that watch.
But that would be unethical, sir.
Federal Bureau of Investigation. Steve.
Ed, quick!
Just as I thought. A perfect little camera wristwatch.
So that's it.
What do you know about this?
Not a thing. My repairman handles all the watches. I only wait on the customers.
Where's your repairman?
He left at 5, won't be back until morning.
And that workshop in there is where he repairs all the watches?
Well,
Steve, take him along and have him lock the front door. Bring him back in there.
Come on.
Very complete little plant. Larger, dark room, a blueprinting machine. Everything for turning out a finished product.
Oh, I get it. Martin photographed these blueprints with his wristwatch camera.
And right here, they were converted into duplicate blueprints. Hasn't been used lately. Where's your laboratory man?
I tell you, I don't know.
Where does that door lead to?
It did lead into the shop next door. First door there now, but it's been nailed up for the last 2 years, ever since I've been here.
You say this door's been nailed shut for the last 2 years.
That's what I said.
Must have been open in the last few minutes, or that wet footprint could never have been made.
It's Tracy.
Hold this man here. I'm going next door to investigate.
We'll be here in a minute.
We won't have time to get the stuff out.
No, but we can be ready for him. You let him in and lock the door. The rest of us will hide out here, and when I get the signal, jump him. Bill, you get in the other room. Tom, you get back of that rack. You two boys get behind those bales.
I'm sorry, sir. We're just closing up.
I won't detain you long. I'm from the FBI.
But I'm sure that you'll find nothing here to interest you.
What's in there?
My workroom. But my assistants are gone for the day.
Is this the door that leads into the jewelry shop?
Yes, but it's locked. It can't be opened from either side.
Where are the men who just came through?
I tell you, there's no one here. That's my designing room.
I see. And you do your designing with a projection machine? What else have you got here?
Don't shoot. It might bring the cops.
Turn on the gas.
That gas will finish him in about 2 minutes.